Hello and welcome to this Niyama Restorative and Reset stretch. We're going to be spending a good while in each position, healing those parts of the body that we've been working hard. Very simply beginning here in a seated position, palms face up on the knees, tailbone tucked, spine long, shoulders and chest open, with the crown of the head stretching up towards the sky. Keeping the breath very slow, very purposeful. Directing it into the parts of the body where you feel this stretch the most. Practicing a lot of patience in this session, spending a good while in each position. Taking this time for yourself to rest and recharge and heal the body. Resting now the right hand on the right leg, left hand to the side of the head, drawing your ear down towards your left shoulder. Not applying too much pressure, just enough to feel that stretch in the side of the neck. Keeping the spine tall. Feel the strength in the lower back. Inhale, raise up. Resting now the left hand on the left leg, right hand to the left side of the head. On the exhale, draw the ear to the right shoulder. Keeping that breath very purposeful. Slowly, carefully raise back up. Palms up, tall spine, and just start to move the head from one side to the other. Inhale one way and exhale back the opposite way. And start to rest now your right hand on the right leg, drawing the chest over the left leg. Raising the right leg enough to start pushing the hand into the thigh, stretching deeper into the right side of the body. Keeping the left hand pressed on the left leg, drawing the nose and the chin towards your left knee, keeping that gentle tug of war between the right knee and the right hand, deepening the breath here. Seeing if you can stretch a little deeper, perhaps even stretching the left hand out, resting your fingertips in the ground. Slowly sliding back up, tall spine, left hand now pushing into the left leg, leaning over to the right hand side. Again, gently raising that left knee away from the ground, enough just to push the hand back into it, deepening the stretch. Let your body weight here do the hard work, drawing you down towards the right leg. Just as before, if you feel you can, take that right hand, stretch it out in front, folding deeper and further forwards. If you need to here, you can take a block as well, resting the hand or resting under the head. Using blocks, straps, towels, or any props you might have throughout this practice as and when you see fit. Gradually work your way back up. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, chest and chin to the sky, and exhale, round the back, chin to the chest, elbows point out. Inhale, raise. Exhale, back over. Inhale. Exhale. Moving with the breath. Inhale, pushing up. Exhale as we fold back over. Inhale one more time, back up tall. Exhale, rounding the back as much as you can. Come back, neutral position. Raise the arms up above the head. Stretching the fingertips from the shoulders. Feel the support in the lower back. And then fold your left hand down to the ground, stretching the right hand away from the right shoulder. Feeling the stretch all in the right side body. Keeping that breath flow constant. Inhale as you raise back up, find the full length, stretching tall. Exhale opposite side, right hand to the ground, left hand stretching across. Making sure here not just to be resting on the ground, really pushing the hand into the floor and stretching the right fingertips as far from the shoulder as you can. Breathing into those spaces where you feel the most tightness. Breathing into the spaces where you feel you need to restore, you need to heal. Inhale, come back up. Reaching tall. And just fold forwards. If you need to here, resting your forehead on a block, resting your hands on a block or two, drawing the forehead as close towards the ground as you can. Follow the breath from the tailbone, through the spine, into the neck, shoulders, fingertips. With each exhale, seeing if you can stretch those fingertips a little bit further forward. Edging your way back, hands to the thighs, push yourself back up. And we're going to come now into Baddha Konasana, butterfly. Soles of the feet touch, draw the heels in towards the body. Pulling the spine tall, crown of the head towards the ceiling or sky. Moving the head from side to side, pulling the knees down towards the ground. Again, if you need blocks here, you can rest them underneath your knees on whichever height is most comfortable or suitable for you. On your next exhale, just start to draw yourself forward, working the forehead down towards the feet. A block or two if you need to give yourself a landing spot. Deepening the breath. And with each exhale, seeing if you can draw yourself that little bit further forwards. Edge your way back up very slowly. Working our way into Agni Stambhasana, keeping the right leg on the ground, cross the left ankle if you can beyond the right knee. You may need a block here, you can rest it underneath the knee, rest it underneath the foot. If your foot doesn't pass your knee, don't worry about it, you've got to start somewhere. Just see how far you can stretch the foot over. Maybe even resting the sole of the foot on the right leg. And then just rest one hand on the thigh, one hand on the foot, lengthen the spine, returning to the breath. Interlacing the hands, reach them above the head, pushing the palms as far up as you can. Feel the spine grow a centimetre extra or two. If at any point you need to adjust the position of the left leg, feel free to do so. Again, using blocks, using cushions, any props that you find useful. And taking your left hand now between the shoulder blades, resting your right hand on top of your left elbow. Inhale to the right, and then exhale all the way across to the left hand side. Breathing into this twist, pushing the elbow through the palm into the elbow. Come back to the center. Raise the right arm up and pass the left arm underneath the forearm and twist across to the right hand side. Pushing the arm into the right forearm, intensifying the stretch. Stretching the fingers open wide, activating, engaging the arms, engaging the shoulders. Come back to the center, reach the arms up, twist to the left and fold over the left knee. As always, you have blocks, you have cushions. Use them as and when you see fit. Edge your way back up. Twist from side to side a few times if you need to. As we switch across to the opposite side, left leg under, right ankle passing the left knee or as best you can, just like on the opposite side. Tall spine. Slow, deep breathing. Hands interlaced. Stretching tall, pushing the palms up, lengthen the spine. Staying with that constant flow of breath. As we bring the right hand now between the shoulders, left hand to the right elbow, inhale to the left, exhale all the way across to the right. Pushing the palm and the elbow against each other. Beginning to feel that openness that you're creating in the body, along with the calmness in body and mind. Purposeful breath, slow heart rate. Back to the center. Left arm up, right arm crosses under. Inhale to the right and exhale over to the left. Pushing the elbow into the forearm, fingers stretched wide apart. Following the breath rise from the belly to the chest, to the throat, to the crown of the head. Inhale to the center, reach and raise to the sky, and exhale as you fold over the right leg. Working the fingertips forwards, pressing them into the ground. Remembering there's no rush. That's why you chose this 60-minute restore exercise with us today. Staying patient with the breath, patient with the body and mind. And begin to edge your way back up. Taller spine. Taking a strap here, if you have one, or a towel, you may or may not require it, but have one to hand in case. Beginning in Dandasana. Toes point up, palms press into the ground, pushing our spine tall. Keeping our glutes firmly rooted on the ground, engaging the core, open the shoulders and chest. Following your breath here. Shortly we're going to be folding forwards. If you feel you need to, take a strap or a towel here, wrap it underneath your toes. And as you exhale, just lean yourself forward. If you feel you can go further, with or without a strap, now is the time to do so. With each exhale, just taking yourself that little bit further forward. Working your way slowly back up. Removing a strap or a towel if you used one, placing it to one side. And we're going to cross the right leg over the left, right hand behind the back, and then wrap the left arm around the right knee, twisting in the direction of the bent leg. Looking over the shoulder, pushing the knee and the bicep, the elbow, against each other, locking the back hand firmly into the floor. Keeping the toes pointing up towards the sky. Bringing yourself back round, stretching both legs out in front. Dandasana. And here again, if you need a strap, a towel, a block even, have it to hand. As we begin to fold forwards again. Slowly sliding back up. Lengthen the spine. This time the left leg crosses the right. Left hand behind the back. Right arm wrapped around the bent knee. Twisting to look over the left shoulder. Pushing the chest forward. Opening the shoulders back. Pushing the knee and the arm into each other, with the left toes pushing up towards the sky. Edging your way back to the center, stretch the legs out, shift up to the top of the mat, and just roll back a few times, cannonballing here, massaging the lower back, rolling onto the shoulders, rolling onto the feet. Working our way all the way up onto our knees, feet flat on the ground, rest your hands on the glutes. Inhale, roll the head and shoulders back, open the chest. Exhale, round the back, tuck the chin. Moving with your breath here. Exhaling as you round and inhaling as you roll back. Interlacing your hands now behind your back, letting the head and shoulders fall back. Pulling the hands down towards the ground, Deepening that stretch in the shoulders, in the chest. Pushing the hips forwards. Keeping that grip tight between the hands. Really pushing the chin and the heart up to the sky. As we meet back, tall spine. If you have blocks to hand, take 2 blocks here. And we're going to rest our glutes between our heels, using the heels almost like bookends. Using the blocks if you have them, if not, hands are fine, to start to edge your way back. Resting the palms on the blocks. Or if you don't need them, just rest the hands on the ground, pushing the chest up. Rolling the head back. Really bring the glutes down. Again, with or without blocks. Bring the hands or the forearms down to the blocks or the ground. Taking yourself back as far as you feel comfortable. Perhaps on the forearms, perhaps you can come down all the way to your shoulders. Maybe rest a block or a cushion under your head. Or if, like me, you can, just interlace the hands, stretching them up high above the head. Pushing the chest up. We're not resting here. Still creating as many stretches as we can in the body. Feeling that stretch mainly, I imagine, in the quadriceps. Breathing into the area or areas where you most feel this. Very slowly, very carefully, with the elbows, with the hands, the forearms, edge your way back up, using the blocks again if you need to. And we're just going to reverse that stretch now, connecting the big toes to touch, glutes to the heels, forehead to the ground or a block, stretch the hands forward in Balasana. Widening the knees as much as you can, distance of the mat perhaps. Stretching the fingertips forwards. Following that flow of breath. Start to work your way back. Meeting in a tabletop position, hands under shoulders. Knees under the hips. Curling the toes as we raise up into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. And just start to walk the dog, really bending one leg, stretching to straighten the other, and then reversing. Sway the hips from side to side, pivoting on the toes. Walk the dog, and then start to walk the feet up to the top of the mat. Meeting here in Uttanasana, standing fold forwards. If you can, raise your feet here and slide your hands underneath. Keeping your legs as straight as possible, begin to push the feet into the palms, feeling that stretch all down the backs of the legs. Release the hands. Slowly slide the body up. Reach up to the sky. Keeping the toes gripped, quadriceps engaged. Binding the left hand to the right hip. Folding over to the left hand side, stretching the right hand across. Inhale, raise up. Reach both arms up tall. Binding right to left. Folding to the right, stretching the left hand over. Keeping the toes gripped. Keeping the lower body active, engaged. Inhale, undo the bind, reaching tall. Bring the palms to touch. Lower them down now to Tadasana. And begin to just sway and swing your hips from side to side, keeping the feet hip distance. Letting the arms be heavy. Allowing the hips here to loosen. Allowing the blood here to flow up through the spine, lubricating the spine. Twisting a little further each time. Allow yourself to come to a standstill. You may require a block here. Placing the left toes on the block, resting the left heel on the ground. If you haven't got a block, this is the way to do it. Bending into the right knee, pushing into the right thigh, pushing the left heel into the ground. And if you do have a block, also pushing the toes into the block as well. Drawing all of the body weight down. Trying to fold a little further forward if you can, applying a bit more pressure. Releasing and switching to the opposite side. Coming onto the right heel, bending into the left knee, pushing the hands into the left thigh, and again, if you do have a block, pushing the toes against it. Few more breaths, folding a little further forward. Releasing, place the block to one side, coming back into a fold forwards. If you can, wrapping the arms around the backs of the legs with interlaced hands, grabbing the opposite forearms, opposite elbows, keeping the legs here as straight as you can. Bring the hands to the ground, stepping back, Kumbhakasana. Exhale, Ashtangasana, knees, chest and chin to the ground, feet fall flat. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Keep a bend in the elbow. Drop down to the ground, curl the toes. Inhaling, Adho Mukha, downward facing dog. And step the left foot forward, drop your back knee, flatten the back foot, interlace the hands on the thigh, and start to lean the body weight forward. Keeping the knee above the ankle, don't allow it to go in front of the ankle or foot. Pressing the back foot firmly into the floor, likewise with the front supporting foot. Raise the spine tall. Raise your back leg. Reach back with a hand or two and begin to draw the heel in towards the glute. Keeping the shoulders, the chest open. Front knee above the ankle. If you need to here, you can rest your back knee on a cushion, a bolster, whatever you may have, an extra yoga mat if necessary. Begin to draw the body forwards here, taking this stretch as deep as you feel comfortable. Maybe even bringing a hand out in front. Start to work your way back. Release the foot, hands to the ground, stepping back, downward facing dog, walk the dog, pedal the feet. As now we step the right leg forwards, drop the back knee, spine tall, hands interlaced, pressing into the thigh, leaning the body weight forwards. Applying a little more pressure if you can. Raising back up. Lift your back foot, reaching back with one or two hands, drawing the glute and the heel towards one another. Breathing into that openness between the shoulders, in the chest. On an exhale, see if you can draw the body further forwards. Perhaps bringing the left forearm to the ground, left hand forwards if you can. Keeping the right hand firmly on that back left foot. Work your way back. Take the foot with both hands. Release the foot to the ground, both hands to the ground. Curl the back toes. Back into downward facing dog. For the last time, walk the dog, pedal the feet. Dropping down to the ground. Feet flat, come into Cobra, dropping down to the floor, interlace your hands under your forehead, resting here for a few breaths in crocodile breathing, feeling the belly push into the ground as you inhale and contract towards the spine as you exhale, feeling the movement of breath, the movement of consciousness. Slowly start to raise yourself back up, working your way back as we began at the top of the mat, seated cross-legged position, Sukhasana. Palms face up on top of the knees. Taking a few breaths, scanning the body. Thank you so much for joining me for this restorative practice. As always, stay happy, stay well, and keep on stretching.